Welcome back to the channel, guys. So I got the split fire, or whatever his name was. I paid 150 gems for him. I'm still extracting race cells. I think we're crafting Hyperia because there wasn't 4 days left on the next week of the back to school dungeon, so there was no need to rush the cosmic into here. I'm still ranking Necrolict. I have 3 days total on the Guardian. I am doing the Armel path. I am actually going to try and unlock the monster, but the game has robbed me of 12 coins starting out, so that's definitely a pain in the rear, but it's not the end of the world. The maze should still be doable as long as I don't mess up. I will be writing down in my notebook that I started 11 minutes late because honestly I thought the path started an hour from when it did, meaning I thought the Tails event ended and then I thought there was a 1 hour grace before the next event started. I was wrong, so I missed the beginning of it, and then it took me 10 minutes to collect my stuff, so I basically started 20 minutes behind. So to me, I'm trying to do 13 max collects. That's what's needed to get the monster, along with the roulette spins and along with the 150 coin starter pack. They start you with 150 coins in the beginning. So if you look at that, that means that I've gotten 213 coins since the start of the maze, whereas I should have 225 coins and then 4 hours into the maze be able to have 450. That's not going to be a possibility. I'm already behind. But I'm not supposed to need all 8 roulette spins. I'm going to get all 8 roulette spins just to help seal the deal. One trick to do is, if you can't get your last 13th collection in, because I think it's based 4 hours off of when you did your last collect. So let's say you're gradually falling behind like a minute or 2 minutes every collect, meaning 4 hours in you're not collecting because technically you got to wait 4 hours and 2 minutes or whatever to collect. What you can do is you can use a little farm, meaning one of the 30-second farms that can spam you one of your coins every 30 seconds if you're not willing to pay gems to rush your other farms if they're not on time. Another thing you can do is you can breed commons like Firestar or Tracer, and you can do 50 of them. That will give you your coins straight up. It will take you a while. Other way is you have to start before the maze and have your eggs already ready, which I did have my eggs ready before the maze started. I was just 10 minutes late to getting them because I didn't know the maze had started. Aside from that, PvP is straightforward, and gold collection, I think maybe the problem I ran into is that I didn't have my gold pre-saved, meaning I think I shouldn't have collected any gold for like the first, I don't know, maybe 6 hours before the event started, and then just came in and popped a bunch of them and exited and reloaded and popped a bunch of them and exited and reloaded. So either way, I'm not exactly sure which one of which stole my coins, but either the food collect stole my coins or the gold stole my coins. And I'm 12 coins short. But that's the game plan. And then you start with the 150, you get the 13 collects, there's 8 roulette spins, and that should be enough. The way you spend your coins is you need to get to the 20th node by the end of the 20% discount, meaning when the 20% discount comes to an end, you need to be on the 20th node. If you are on the 19th node, you already know you failed the path. There is absolutely no way to come back from being behind on node 19. Meaning if you're on node 19 and the 20% discount comes to an end, it doesn't matter if you buy every roulette spin and perfect collect from that point forward, you will not get the 100 cells. It's not possible. The only way it is possible is that you're on the 20th node when the 20% ends, and that you're on the 27th node when the 10% ends. And the same story, guys. If you are on the 26th node when the 10% ends, then you know you're not getting the 100 cells. It doesn't matter what you do from that point forward. That's what happened to me last maze with the Cat UFO. I knew I was behind. I was behind straight out the beginning, meaning I wasn't even on schedule for collecting for the first 12 hours, and I didn't buy the roulette spins. And when it got to the 20th node, I was behind by 150 cells. So I knew I wasn't getting it. That meant I was behind by like 200 by the next node, and I would have been behind like 250 total or something like that by the end of the maze. This is not the same. This one I'm actually going to try to get it. The last one, once I knew I couldn't get it, I just went ahead and went after Chuckle. I have completed my task that gave me more gems. So just for the sake of my own anger and frustration from the maze starting an hour sooner than I thought it was, and me getting robbed of 12 coins, I am willing to spend a few gems to do the roulette spins. I'm willing to spend gems to speed up my farms to make sure they're on time. Basically, I'm willing to spend 100 gems to not even get the monster and just be late to the party, and fail. But if I fail this one, I promise I'm not going to fail the next one, meaning it's definitely getting me on my tippy toes, as in most people would say they don't like this kind of content. I do like this kind of content. I like content that doesn't leave room for error like that, to where when this maze is over, if I get this Armal, I will be one of very, very, very few free-to-play that got it, which is how I prove my value in the game. Meaning, if I'm going to claim that I'm a good free-to-play, I got to be able to prove it. One way to prove it is to get things that people don't even think are possible. Meaning, I can sit and argue people for hours over whether or not this monster's even free-to-play obtainable. And at the end of the day, it comes down to just prove it, man. Just get the monster and show them. There's no way for me to spend gems to buy maze coins, so the only way I can do that is on the roulette spins. There's 8 of them. I'm going to go ahead and get the 200 extra. That gives me 350 total extra cells to start, coins to start with from the beginning. And then you can do your math on what's 13 times the 225. So the total number of cells possible in the maze with no boost is 2,925 from collections. And then you get 150 boost, putting you at 3,075. And then you get 8 roulette spins, putting you at a total of 3,275 coins. That is more than enough to get this monster if you use the discounts correctly. So hopefully, since I'm going to be getting at least 12 less than that, I would actually say I'm probably going to get about 30 less than that, because no one can instantaneously log in 4 hours later and grab everything. Meaning every 4-hour cycle, you usually fall behind however many minutes it takes you to do your collections. Plus you got to do a PvP, so in the time it takes you to do the PvP, all that time gets subtracted from your overall clock. Meaning on your last 13th collect, you're not going to be able to max collect. Meaning there might not be 50 coins under your egg. There might only be 40. But how you get those 40 when your egg is you either spend gems to rush your egg or you breed commons. That's the way. Other than that, what's going on my account is we did the Gauntlet earlier. We got 330 dust from it. We did 51 nodes. We got beat up on 52, but we wasted 5 bait monsters from misplaying on Dr. Watts and then trying to heal our Bombetta the next turn. Took us 5 monsters. We are back over to 1,000 Stardust. We got Chuckle coming, and I know 700 dust straight up is going to Chuckle. So I'm looking towards wanting to use the rest of the dust to either rank Kodama or rank Tabora one more time. Meaning I need to get those monsters up. There's no way around that. Or I need to rank Bombetta. But either way, I need to start putting more rank into my Gauntlet team while shaving some over to my book page rewards. Like today, the reason why I got beat up in the Gauntlet was because Metal Beat had 24,000 speed, and the only way I could get faster than 24,000 speed was to put team speed on Tabora, whereas what I really need is with my Guardian to be fast enough to, with just team speed on my tank, make Tabora and Kodama faster than that second monster, so that way I could have TD'd him and then drained his stamina because he was paired with an Odana, and I could have drained them using baits, but I'd spent all my baits on a misplay. So yes, I'm in a pickle in the Gauntlet, but as long as we can keep averaging the 300 a day, that gives me 3 days to rank one of my main monsters. And then yeah, so basically every week I can add 1 rank to each of my Kodama and Tabora till they're maxed. and then I can deal with the rest of the book page rewards. I am flipping 10s because after this event, I believe, is Rune Lords. I have one in there already, and then I have a couple others that are lined up after that I'm going to be making speed runes because I need to upgrade my Tabora's runes, I believe. So aside from that, and aside from doing the maze, I don't think much else is going on. I'm not going to be doing the Bombetta path. I'm going to be strictly doing the Armo path, or Airmel, however you pronounce it. And that's basically what's going on. Everybody asked for a guide video. Well, this is the closest thing you're going to get to a guide video. I will tune in tomorrow and show you how far how we're doing on it. Yeah, and I've counted through there and made sure there's 8 roulettes. Any of the dots without a reward on them are roulette spins, and then the swords for the fights are roulette spins. I don't know yet if they've made any upgrades to make it easier, meaning one thing they could do to make it easier is put 50 maze coin spins on the battle nodes and 25 on the non-battle nodes. But I'm not sure if that's what's going to go on or not, because I'm sure they had a lot of people complain about Cat UFO being too hard to get free to play. And the reason why I feel like they probably had a lot of people complain is because I spent a lot of time arguing people on whether or not the monster was even free to play possible. So aside from that, you guys will just have to stay tuned and watch and find out how well I do on the maze. Other than that, nothing is going on. I have not been watching the Monster Woods. I am still doing the bingo task. I have done the, it was the pop slots that got us the 2,700 gems. So if I can complete the bingo challenge, that will put me over 20k, which I'm sure we will eat a chunk of during the race, probably 10% or close to it. So anyway, guys, tune in tomorrow to see how I'm doing, and I will also be streaming the Gauntlet tomorrow like I streamed it today. Thanks to everyone who's been showing up. See you tomorrow.